Questions swirl in Washington over how a small Montana company won a multi-million-dollar contract to rebuild Puerto Rico's electrical grid.
Those questions reaching the White House today as Interior Secretary Ryan Zinke huddles with President Trump.
Following today's meeting between the two, both the White House and the Interior Secretary disavow any involvement in the $300 million contract for tiny Whitefish energy.
And late this afternoon, Interior Secretary Zinke putting out a response to what he calls false reports alleging that he may have had ties to Whitefish energy. Zinke says he had absolutely nothing to do with Whitefish energy receiving a contract in Puerto Rico.
He goes on to say any attempts by the dishonest media to tie me to awarding or influencing any contract involving Whitefish are completely baseless. Only in elitist Washington, D.C. would being from a small town be considered a crime. Tonight, still more answers and questions regarding this deal for which no one wants to take responsibility.
Among the latest information, Homeland Security's Office of Inspector General has started an audit of this contract. That contract includes language that says, in no event shall the Puerto Rico or U.S. government have the right to audit or review the cost or profit elements. So joining us now live from the White House tonight in Washington, CBS's Seth Lemon. Seth, Secretary Zinke says he had nothing to do with this contract for the Whitefish Energy Company. What sparked the questions about his potential involvement, do you believe?
Jay and Janelle, well, those questions were prompted by the connections that were found between the secretary. The former Montana congressman is from Whitefish, Montana, and so is the company's CEO. Secretary Zinke's son also held a summer job at one of the company's construction sites. So really, it's the optics of these potential connections here that prompted these questions as to how the federal government handled this award of $300 million to a tiny company that had been in business for just about 2 years.
Now, Zinke has absolved himself, and even FEMA is not claiming responsibility. So how did this deal actually happen, and what's the response from the White House tonight?
Well, the White House says that this was a decision made by state and local leaders, made unilaterally by Puerto Rican officials. And Press Secretary Sarah Sanders said during her press briefing today that President Trump asked Secretary Zinke if he had any involvement, and the cabinet secretary denied being or playing any role in this at all. Now, the Trump administration, of course, they want to distance themselves from this issue, from this controversy, especially as multiple congressional committees are launching investigations into this, and bipartisan criticism is growing on Capitol Hill. In fact, just a couple of hours ago this evening, Democratic leader Nancy Pelosi released a statement calling for the termination of that Whitefish contract immediately.
Very interesting. South Secretary Zinke getting a lot of attention these days, many of it negative. You think it appears the secretary's job could be in jeopardy?
You know, Jay, I wouldn't say that just yet. There doesn't appear to be anything concrete that shows the secretary did anything wrong. But of course, this is more controversy that the Trump administration doesn't need. So for now, the White House, along with his department and he himself, denying any involvement. And as you mentioned, the Department of Homeland Security is having federal auditors review that contract. They're also going to be looking for any inappropriate relationships. The secretary says that he welcomes any and all investigations.
CBS's Seth Lemon live at the White House tonight. Thank you, Seth.
Well, in Zinke's statement today, he said he encourages the Interior Department's Inspector General to review the matter, and it looks as if the secretary may just get his wish.
Next week, 2 House committees will begin looking into the controversial contract. The House Energy and Commerce Committee and the House Natural Resources Committee will also look into the issue.